I love this Ulanzi quick release plate that I've got on here, but the problem with it is that it doesn't quite set right. And it's mostly just because of the base plate for the quick release plate that sets onto, I guess, the base plate of the MantisPod. There's this one little screw that sets up, so I think I need to drill a hole in the bottom of the Ulanzi base plate to make it fit a little bit better. Other than that, like the size of it. And then I've got a few other projects that I really need to be working on. It feels like lately I've had so many different projects and things that I want to do and that I believe that God wants me to do, and I just don't have enough time. And so what happens is it feels like I'm just so overcome with the amount of work that I need to get done that it becomes almost crippling, and it just kind of holds me back, and then I'm busy but unproductive. And that's kind of a common struggle, but this month is going to change. Prayerfully, it's going to change. See, October is typically known as Pastor Appreciation Month. So if you've got a pastor, show them some appreciation. It could be a variety of different things, especially if your church isn't doing something big itself. You do something. Send them a card. Get together and buy them a gift. Gift cards work. Or, here's just an idea. Buy them a coffee. No, that's not a shameless plug. Although I guess if you wanted to show me some appreciation. Now, typically our church does something for Pastor Appreciation Month. However, last year, because of everything that was going on with COVID, it was something that was kind of overlooked until after the fact. And I'm okay with that. It's not like I'm looking forward to that. I think all of those in ministry were doing it for the reward later, not the reward now. Not to say that we don't appreciate the rewards now. We don't appreciate the appreciation, but it's not like what we're seeking after. I hope that makes sense. However, I've become so overwhelmed with everything, and I think I've used the term, and I've had these conversations with my wife and some people at church about how I just need a break. So for the month of October, they gave me the month off. Like, I don't have to do anything at the church. It's an odd feeling. But I must say that after I got done preaching on Sunday, it really felt like there was this weight that had kind of lifted off of me. And I think the weight is knowing that now I have time to try to focus on these other little projects that I really feel like God has been leading me to. And I've kind of been doing it halfway or partially and getting really distracted. Speaking of distractions, I got distracted talking to you instead of figuring out how I was going to open that hole on the base plate, quick release plate, the plate that goes on the plate. Mom's got most of the good tools. I think we got to go to the garage. Well, that actually worked. I probably could have taken it a little bit wider, but I really don't need to. It locks in. I can actually press the quick release button, get my hand on everything, so job well done. And by the way, it's still warm. Why is summer still here? Where's fall at? That was just a little thing that really kind of annoyed me, just being off a little bit, the OCD issue. But at least now I've got that. I can get back to recording, or rather editing, the Vlog Pastors podcast episodes. Jared and I recorded those a month ago. There was some technical issues down on Jared's end with internet and with computer kind of lagging. So there was a delay in getting me all the files, and now Logan is working more, so I kind of lost my editor. We may be rethinking this format. I don't know. It sounds kind of fun. I kind of like the idea, but we're constantly tweaking and adjusting things because I want to find a system and a workflow that does work better. And I think we both enjoy the Vlog Pastors podcast. We love being able to hop on, do little live streams, and just chat with each other. We want to make sure that we're also providing value. So trying to either break it up or chop it up, or maybe we just chapter it up. I don't know. We're coming up with new things. If you guys got any ideas on how we could kind of format and structure that, I'd love to hear them. I'm sure Jared would as well, so you can let us know. But I got to get that edited, and then one of the big things that I really need to start working on is an online course to really try to get all of the information that I have in my head about how to do digital ministry and try to package it in a way where it replicates the knowledge that I have. Because I've done some online coaching with a few individuals, and that's been good, and I can kind of tailor that, a little bit more one-on-one and make sure that I'm really kind of honing in on them. But a lot of the stuff that I tell them is already stuff I've got outlined in this course, so I just need to make it. But getting dedicated time to sit down here at the desk, that's been a struggle. I've only got so much time to make so much content, and this course will be about showing others how to take the content you're already making with your weekly sermons and really social mediafy it. But while I'm already doing that stuff, now I have to create more content, and that's where there's just not enough hours in the day. But having the month off from preaching will help me with that. Plus, it'll give me some more dedicated time to really work on another sermon series that I want to put together. And I really want to polish that and kind of package it just a little bit better. So, I gotta get that stuff done. I gotta get to editing. What am I talking to you for? You guys are so distracting. So I've pretty much got that all done. I'm going to send it off to Jared so he can kind of look at it, see what he thinks. I hope he approves. I really don't want to edit it down anymore. He and I had this conversation about the editing, and I want it to be shorter, I want it to be concise, but I also don't necessarily want it to be as punchy and fast as a typical vlog like this. Because this type of a quicker, faster paced style, it doesn't work for everything, especially with conversational style stuff. In other words, I don't want all the jump cuts. Could you imagine how annoying that would be? That was actually probably pretty annoying itself. Anywho, it's done. Hopefully he says he likes it. If he doesn't like it, well, I don't know what we're gonna do then. But if he liked it, then you can expect the first episode of that to drop on Tuesday. And we'll be doing the next recording for the Vlog Pastors podcast on Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. right here on the channel. So make sure you join us, because after it's done live, you won't be able to watch the replay unless you happen to have a Buy Me a Coffee membership for either myself or for Jared. Then you'll be able to watch it. Little exclusive content for those of you that are helping support us in what we're doing. All right, well, I think that's it. I'm gonna bid you adieu. Oh, wait. Just for those that actually stuck around and didn't click off when I said, okay, that's about it. I got one more thing I want to show you. I essentially just turned my lighting setup into voice activation. Are you ready for this? Hey, Google. Allons-y. Did you see that? I get the lights, I get that light, I get that light, I get that light, I get that light. Yeah, you guys have probably seen this in the past where I've got these LIFX lights up here, a couple of them that splash onto that back wall, one right here that kind of gives a little bit of a hair light, a rim light, whatever you want to call that. The practicals, my lamp over there. I've also got the microphone light, from that one vlog. And then I've got these two Viltrox, one that kind of does my key light, one that does a fill, kind of reflecting off there. And of course the LIFX lights, they already connect to Google Home. And for the rest of the lights, I essentially just plugged everything into a smart plug. And then I connected that to Google Home, and I set up a, what do they call that thing? Event routine. So then I just set up a routine to turn on the lights in a sequential order, and it was triggered by a certain activation, and it's a little homage to my favorite doctor.
Allons-y.
I'm sorry?
It's French, but let's go.
And I suppose if I didn't want to use that trigger phrase, I also gave it a secondary trigger phrase. Hey Google, Go Gadget Studio. Anywho, maybe you'll nerd out like I did on that if you want to create, I guess, your own little voice-activated studio with Google Home. I'll link down the stuff that I've got down in the description below. And I guess until next time, stay blessed, enjoy God's best, and hey Google, turn off my lights. Are you ready for this? Hey Google, allons-y. You see that? I get the lights, I get that light, I get that light, I get that light, I get that light. It all comes on with the sound of my voice, and with the sound of my voice, it also goes off. Hey Google, turn my lights off.